The boys have been left heartbroken in the capital. They had a chance to go top of the table, but the bubble has been burst. It's been shanked by Shankland and Co. as Hearts have defeated Celtic by 2 goals to 0. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. What a great day for Scottish football in the capital. The team in maroon, the Jambos, the Jammed Hearts have turned up and they've absolutely blown Celtic away. It finished 2-0. It could have been more. Great performance for Hearts. Celtic came here expected to win, thinking they were going to go top of the table. But Lawrence Shankland and the rest of the Hearts players had other ideas. And Stevie Naismith said nay chance to Celtic winning the day. And it is a memorable win for Hearts. First time in 6 games Hearts have beaten Celtic at Tynecastle, and it was well deserved. So yeah, crazy week of football. We'll talk more about that in the review show, but let's get straight into this game. I know Hearts had a man advantage. I know Yang got sent off early, but Hearts were great today, and they deserve 100% credit for this victory. Even up until the sending off, Hearts started more brightly. They looked more positive. They looked the better team than Celtic. And in the end, the right team won. And last week, I laughed at you and Cameron when he suggested that Hearts could have been in a title fight. But when you look at the results since that Rangers game, if Hearts had defeated Rangers, and I know it's a big if because they got beat 5-0, but if they defeated Rangers and then defeated Hibernian, they would have legit been in a title fight. They could have closed the gap down to, I believe it would be 5 points right now. So, I mean, Hearts have had a real opportunity here it's went big and it's gone, it's AWOL. But look, bad result against Rangers. Bad result against Hibernian, followed it up with a great result today against Celtic. So let's get into the match, let's talk about it, and then we'll talk about Brendan Rodgers, his future at the club. We'll talk about how Stevie Naismith's doing, and we'll talk about the Celtic fans that have got egg on their face, turning up here, expecting to go back top of the table after Rangers were embarrassed by Motherwell yesterday. But it ends on a great Sunday with both teams for Glasgow being embarrassed. But speaking of embarrassed, thought it was pretty embarrassing the amount of empty seats that we've seen around Tynecastle today. This is a massive game. It is 4th versus 2nd in the league. There's no reason why this shouldn't be a sellout. Every single available seat should have someone's ass sitting on it, and today that unfortunately wasn't the case. But let's get into the game. So first chance fell for Hearts, ball came in towards the back post. Cochrane was there. Unfortunately, it's an awful strike. He misconnects and the ball ends up going towards the corner flag, when in reality he should have got this on target. He should have tested Joe Hart. Like I said, it was a great opportunity early on. Ball fell from perfectly and he just completely scuffed the shot. Couple of minutes later though, and it is a Celtic penalty. I don't think this is a penalty at all. Even Chris Sutton didn't believe it was a penalty. He said it was 50-50 and that the decision to award Celtic here a penalty was harsh. And it was harsh because Yang and Cochrane are going from the same ball. I mean, Cochrane doesn't even put a tackle in. He's not trying to attempt to win the ball. It's just Yang and Cochrane are going side by side here. And there's a little bit of contact here, but it's upper body contact. Maybe the legs tangle a little bit, but there's no foul in this. This isn't Cochrane fouling Yang or Yang fouling Cochrane. It's two guys that are running side by side, attempting to go for the ball, attempting to chase down the ball. Yang obviously hits the deck, and it's a penalty Celtic. Not a penalty, but the referee gave it, and at this point I'm thinking, well, this is how the game's going to go. Obviously, penalty to Celtic. They've got the most penalties in the league today, all season. They don't concede penalties, yet to concede a penalty up until this game. So I'm thinking, right, well, referees, they're in on it. The fix is in, but thankfully, Adia, he didn't score it. He missed it. He had it saved by Sander Clark, and that was justice in my eyes. So I was really happy to see that. A minute later, Yang goes for a big massive boot to the face of Cochrane. This reminded me of WWE Test back in the day. Massive fucking big boot to the dome. Incredibly high. Referee issues a yellow card. And again, similar to the penalty, I'm thinking this decision has went against us. This should be a red card. Thankfully, VAR intervened and it was overturned and a red card was given. I think this is the correct decision. I mean, it's harsh in a way because I don't think Yang has tried to endanger anyone. I don't think there's any intent behind it, but his foot is so high and he actually catches Cochrane in the face. So, I mean, very dangerous, literally studs to the face. And when that happens in football nowadays in 2024, it's going to be a red card. No doubt about it. in my opinion. Anyway, let's move on. Celtic got the goal next, and I'm thinking, what the hell? How has this happened? I thought Ida was a mile offside. It turns out he was offside, but they decided to let him play on for a long time. Bernardo finished it. Ida played him in, but he was like clearly maybe 2-3 feet offside here. I don't know why they waited so long. I get it, they've got VAR and they're reluctant to make the wrong call, but this was clearly offside, so just give it offside. There's no reason to play on like they did. Anyway, goal was chopped off. This was the right decision. Penalty then, 41st minute, Awata handball. I mean, it's harsh, but his hand is way out, his arm is way out. It's also behind him as well, though, so he doesn't see it. I mean, at the time, I wasn't calling for a penalty, so I wouldn't have been too upset if this wasn't given, but at the same time, I can sort of see why it was given, and I do think it's more of a penalty than the one Celtic got. For me, I would definitely, because this is a handball, and his arm is very outstretched. Accidental, though, so again, I think this is 50-50. If it's given and you support the team it's given to, then you're going to be happy. If it's given and you support the team it's given against, then you're going to be fucking pissed off. And for me, that's kind of how this played out. Obviously, I was happy Hearts got the penalty, but again, I wasn't screaming for it. I didn't think it was a stonewaller. It was one of those ones where if it's given, then fair enough. If it's not, then so be it. George Grant, decent penalty. Joe Hart goes the wrong way. Happy days. Then, just for half-time, Benenjami catches Awata, who was, I don't know what he was doing, daydreaming with the ball, dilly-dallying in the middle of the pitch. Benenjami, great tackle. He plays in Alan Forrest. Alan Forrest then slots it to Shankland, who puts it home. Another fantastic finish for Lawrence Shankland, but no, offside. They took about 10 minutes here to draw lines, draw VAR lines, and then they're showing different angles, and we come to the conclusion that Shankland was offside. Again, Chris Sutton said this looked level. I thought it looked level. Now, I'm not denying the lines do say that Shankland's offside, but I'm not sure if the lines are drawn in the right places. Now, I genuinely mean that, because I think Scales' foot was further back than the blue line suggested, and I'm not exactly sure where they're drawing the red line for Shankland, but it looked further back than it should have been as well. I think this was probably offside, but the lines made it look as if the gap was huge, and it wasn't huge. It was pretty damn close. I mean, Sutton said it was level. So yeah, I'm not convinced it was offside by a huge margin, like the lines suggest it. I think they got the call right, but I do think the lines were drawn way too wide, so that's my opinion on that. Goal cancelled out. We start the second half. Nice short corner for Hearts. Ball finds its way to Nieuwenhof and he hits it straight at Joe Hart. Nieuwenhof, though, really good performance today. Thought he was probably maybe man of the match. I don't know, there's a few good Hearts players. Everyone in a Hearts shirt played well, so I can't really signal one player out, but yeah, he was a standout performer, no doubt about it. Carter Vickers then had a chance, headed over the bar. Celtic weren't offering much at this stage. Probably their best chance to get back in the game. Then in the 55th minute, I mean, ball up for Clark, falls to Shankland. Shankland leaves Scales behind for dust. I mean, just rinses him, just rolls past him, man, sidesteps him out the way. He dodged Scales like he dodged that bottle opener on Wednesday night. Then he plays it to Nieuwenhof, who slips on his ass. Nieuwenhof manages to poke it back to Shankland, and it's a great finish for Lawrence into the bottom corner, 2-0, and at this point, guys, it was game over, no doubt about it. I thought Hearts were not going to let it slip here. 2-0 lead, 10 men, man advantage, good night. It's all over in Edinburgh. It's going to be a win for the capital team, and that's how it turned out to be. Now, Celtic did have some chances. Kyogo came on. He looked a little bit lively, but never got anything clear-cut. Clark made a couple of decent saves, to be honest. I think one of them was offside, though, from Ida. Wasn't given. Hearts had a really good chance late on with Tagawa on the counter. He played it to Tate. Tate hit it right at Joe Hart. And then we had another great chance late on where Tagawa should have scored pretty much 3-on-1 for Hearts, and he just couldn't get the ball away from underneath his feet. So, yeah, in the end, we probably should have scored a couple more goals. Celtic could have maybe got one or two, but Sander Clark, like I said, had a really good performance. And that was it, guys. It finished at the end. Hearts 2, Celtic 0. And at the top of the table, between the top two, nothing changed. Celtic lost, Rangers lost. Rangers actually improved their position because they gained in the goal difference department over Celtic. So, crazy. No one would have thought that after Rangers lost to Motherwell at Ibrox, it would be a good week for Rangers. But, yeah, in the end, they've kind of gained on Celtic, even though I think Celtic might be happier if you take hindsight out the equation, obviously after yesterday Celtic expected to go top of the table and capitalise on that, but before this weekend started, Celtic definitely had the tougher fixture, and if you offered Celtic to not drop points on Rangers, I think they might have accepted that. If you said to Celtic, look, after this weekend, you're still going to be 2 points behind Rangers, I think they'd have went, right, well, that's not bad, because we're taking on the third place team in the capital. So, yeah, for me, even though Rangers have come out with an extra goal, I think Celtic might have had the better weekend, but still, it's a double defeat for the Old Firm. It's never good in Glasgow when you see both of them lose. I think it's the first time they've both lost since 2018 on the same weekend as well. So, yeah, it doesn't happen often. It's happened this weekend, though. Great performances for Hearts and Motherwell. And it doesn't really do much, guys, for the title fight. All it does is keep Rangers 2 points ahead with 1 game left to play. But Hearts, 100%. Third place is wrapped up. If it was ever in doubt, it's no longer in doubt, thanks to goals from Grant and Shankland today. So yeah, great performance, great victory, absolutely loving life as a Hearts fan, and I can't wait to next week. I can't wait to get into the top 6. I can't wait for the Scottish Cup to restart, and I'm hoping that Hearts can finish the season with some silverware, and yeah, European football next season. Get Lawrence Shankland, sign him down, get him nailed down to a contract. If he doesn't want to sign a contract, then literally nail him down to a piece of wood or something, and just keep the guy in the capital. Do not let him leave Edinburgh. Take his passports, I don't know, take his bus money. Don't allow him to get a taxi. This guy can't leave. He has to stay at Hearts forever. We need Lawrence Shankland. And you just got to wonder, if Rangers or Celtic signed this guy in January, how different would the league be looking? Because you think that Shankland, with the goals that he scores and his ability, he could be winning games for the Old Firm on his own. Who's to say that if Shankland wasn't playing for Rangers yesterday, Rangers don't beat Motherwell? If Shankland's playing for Celtic today, who's to say Celtic don't go on and win this game? Could it easily happened? I still can't believe it. No one signed them, but it is what it is, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, and like I said, the review show coming later. Looking forward to that. But great win for Hearts today, and Lawrence Shankland, what a guy. Has to be on the plane to Scotland, has to be playing up front. For me, he's our number 1 striker. Stevie Clark was at the game today as well. Has to play him. Absolutely has to. Anyway, guys, catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.